Make a little movement here. So hands down between your feet. And just gentle pulse motion, so up and down. If you need to bend the knees to get to the mat, getting a little stretch in the back of your legs. And then move your hands and your upper body to the right side. So outside of your right foot and go up and down. Go all the way to the other side. So 5 times, go up and down. And come on back to the center. Gonna bring your feet closer, about hip width distance or even shoulder distance, and slowly come on up to standing. As you inhale, circle sweep your arms out. And go ahead, bring your palms together to touch over the head and cross your thumbs. And take another inhale to reach up. So stretching out of your waist. And as you exhale, push your hips to the left side. Move your body, upper body to the right side. Slightly chin lifted, so looking forward. And inhale and exhale. Use your exhale to go deeper into the position. So make sure you're not collapsing with your upper body. Keep your chest open, hips out to the side. Inhale to come back. Exhale here and take another inhale to stretch up again. And on your exhale, hips to the right side, your body to the left. Keep your chin lifted, open up the airway of your throat, and a couple exhale here. And on your inhale, come on back to center. And go ahead and open your hands. Sorry, let me get somebody in. Okay, so your palms facing each other. I know you cannot see my hands, but palms are facing each other. And take another inhale to stretch up again. We're gonna go that back bend. So as you exhale, squeeze your glutes and push your hips forward and drop your head back. You wanna guide your upper back with your arms. So arms back and look back and lean back. Short, shallow breath. And come on back. And come all the way down again to the mat. So for the fourth direction, I want you to bring your feet together and reach back with your hands. You might have to bend the knees to get there, and you're gonna step on your fingers from behind. So it's like cupping your heels from behind. If you're not able to get there, you can grab the shin or calf muscle. Now drop your head down low. Try to bring your forehead towards your shin. And very gently push your knees back and lift your hips up. So you're like a sandwich, folding your body into half. 4, 3, 2, 1. You're gonna release your fingers. And on your inhale, come on back to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, so you're stretching your spine to all 4 directions. We're gonna go one more time. Inhale, arms up. Arms touch. Let's do the first 2 parts with your feet a little open. Crossing your thumbs. Inhale to reach up. And exhale, push your hips to one side. Upper body to another side. This is called a half moon pose. So keep your chest open, hips to the side, lift your chin, 2 exhales. Inhale to come back. Again, take a breath in. You want to stretch up out of your waistline and keep lifted. And as you turn, bend your body to the left side. So you're creating a space, opening your rib cage. Use your hip mobility, pushing your hips way out to the side. Chin up, exhale. It looks so simple, but it can be a very challenging pose. Come on back to center. This time, your hands away from each other. Try dropping your shoulders down. Take a breath in. You want to lift your sternum up toward the ceiling. Keep lifted. Squeeze your glutes. Exhale. Hips forward. Head back. Look back. Arms back. Lean back for 3, 2, 1. Inhale to come all the way back. Gently forward bending. Now this one, hands to the mat and bring your feet together. Bend the knees and reach around and grab from behind. So cupping your heels, so fingers facing forward, stepping on your fingers with each hand. So before you lift your hips up, try to make adjustment, elbows in towards each other, okay? Now drop your head down low. It can be challenging to keep the balance, but do the best. Bring your head down towards your shin. Push your knees back gently and hips up. So this needs a little bit of the arm strength, so keep pulling on your heels. Folding your body into half. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Release your fingers. And on your inhale, circle sweep your arms. And exhale. Hands to heart center. Very nice, you guys. Let's come on up to the knees. All fours, hands to the mat. Okay, let me change the angle here. Turn your wrist with all fours. Stretch your wrist. Always like to do this one to stretch my inside of my arms, forearms, elbow joint. Push your hips very gently back until the edge. You don't want to lift your heels of the hands from the mat. So glue to the mat with all 10 fingers wide open. Lean forward a couple more times. Always walking with your breathing. Inhale to move forward, and one more time, exhale. Look back. All right. Release your fingers facing forward. And just to stretch your spine one more time to exhale. So coming to the cat pose. Use your shoulders and lats. So as you exhale, bring your shoulders, very shrug towards your ears. Suck your stomach in. Tailbone tucked. Inhale here. And exhale, go a little bit more. And next inhale, slowly release. Open your knees wide apart. Big toes touch and stretch your arms forward. Coming to child's pose. If you have a block, we might use it in a bit. So relax your elbows and bring your forehead down to the mat. Move your forehead side to side across your shoulders. Just in the beginning to let it settle. Feel your head heavy. And come on back to center and you can close your eyes for a few moments. Coming back to your focus with your inhale and exhale. So in child's pose, as you inhale, you're gonna feel the back of your rib cage expanding. So like 2 big balloons. And as you breathe out, try to elongate. Bring your hips down closer towards your heels. Couple more on your own. So each breath, you're expanding your lung capacity and also stretching your body from inside out. And next inhale, only lift your head off the mat and take your right arm and slide underneath of your left shoulder. So drop your right shoulder down and head down like you're poking your head from your left side, your left armpit. So once you see the ceiling, keep your hips low. And walk your left fingers little by little towards your head to the right side. So it's almost like you open up your view for your face, your eyes to see the ceiling. Continue to walk with your left fingers, your left elbow off the mat. Hold it here. Make sure hips are not lifted. Stay nice and low. Try to create extra length from your fingertips all the way to the armpit. Now we're going to walk back with your left fingers to the center. And use that as a kickstand to push your head off the mat. And we're going to switch sides. So take your left arm this time underneath of your right shoulder, your left palm facing up. And looking up, try to look under your armpit. And then walk with your right fingers, little by little to the left side, beyond your head. All the while, keep your hips nice and low. Once you hit the edge, holding. And your fingers walking back to the original position. Release your fingers forward. Drop your hips down low. So keeping your hands and your knees same place on your inhale. Now rise up with your torso. So move your hips forward. You might have to open your feet apart for this one. Lower the hips down. Roll your shoulder blade back and look up. And exhale, going back to child's pose. Inhaling, slide your torso, your trunk going forward. Hips down, shoulder blade back, and look up. And exhale. One more time. And exhale. And we're going to come back to all fours. And maybe you can see yourself in a screen. Make sure your hips are directly above your knee. So as you walk your fingers forward for the next posture, you don't want to bring your hips forward with you. So make sure it stays above your knee. So walk your hands forward maybe a couple of times. Then you want to bring your chest down. So it's called melting heart pose. Gonna bring your chest down, kind of looking like an upward facing dog. But bring your forehead down to the mat. You're gonna try to sink down in your back, your upper back, your scapula. And once you're comfortable there, go ahead, bring your elbows down to the mat and continue to sink your chest down as low as you're able and hold it here. So you should be feeling the opening on your shoulder joint, your pec, or around those areas. Lower the chest as low as you can. Holding. And walk your elbows more towards you to come out of your position. So we're gonna go a little deeper into the pose. So if you like, you can use a prop. So maybe a block or a pillow or something, creating a little bit of the height. So put in front of you. And I like to put my palm facing towards each other. So the side of the hands onto the block. So creating a little more height. And then again, use the screen to adjust the hip over the knee, this alignment, and then stretch your arm forward and sink your head down. So this time your forehead might not touch the mat because of the height you're creating, and that's okay. Drop your head down as low as you're able. I know it's hard for the shoulders, but head down low, holding for 3 breaths. And on your inhale, slowly release. Nice, everyone. And stretch your legs back. Lay down on your stomach. Ooh, and both arms out to the side. I'm gonna go directly into starfish pose. So keep your right hand about shoulder height. Gonna roll onto the right shoulder. Your left leg up and over behind your back. So we did enough kind of warm up for your shoulders. So go right into this pose and holding. Bring your head down low so you're looking down towards your stomach. And left arm behind your back. So really think about opening the chest. So your left side of the chest almost opening and facing the ceiling. So this is primary for the bottom shoulder. Your right shoulder is working and opening with your body weight and gravity. But you can open up your left shoulder as well. So use the left hand binding behind your body and start to roll your left shoulder open. All the while, keep your back of your neck relaxed. You're looking down. Just about 5 more breaths here. Release with your left hand in front of your face and roll your body back to center. And we have one more side to do. And I'm gonna spend a little bit more time today for the hip opening today. So left hand to the side about shoulder height. And go ahead and roll your body onto the left shoulder. You are picking your right foot up and over behind your body. Head down low. So once you situate the left shoulder and your pec, in a good intensity, start working on your right side. So right arm behind your back, binding, and start to open, really creating a space on the side of your neck, looking up. Or if your neck is not comfortable, look down towards your stomach. Roll your right shoulder open. Stay here for a minute. I'm gonna let go of your right hand all the way in front of your face. Then roll your body back down. Coming into seal pose. So open your legs apart. Shoulder width, hands right in front of you. Start with a little bit wider than your shoulder width distance. Just nice and easy to come up so your elbows straight off the mat. You're not shrugging your shoulders, so keep your neck nice and long with your shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, lower down. And just one more time. Maybe squeeze your hands closer towards your chest this time and come up a little bit higher. So this one you're not engaging your glutes, so make sure your lower body is kind of relaxed. Feels good to the inside of your arms as well, a little more stretch. And exhale, lower down. You're gonna come up to all fours, hands and knees. And walk your knees. Gonna come into butterfly pose. So close your legs behind you and roll your hips down. Okay, so let's put your shoulder feet together and open your knees apart. So the first one today, just go nice and easy with your heels more away from your body. So you don't need to forcefully pull your knees towards your buns. A little more space right in front of you. So you can utilize this posture for your spine, stretching. And either your hands in front of you, or if you need some kind of leverage, grab underneath of your feet and then look forward beyond your toes. So maybe about 4 foot in front of you. And on your next exhale, start to come down. So my elbows are outside of my shin. If you're kind of wrapping on top, push your shin down with your elbows. But focusing on your spine rather than your hip opening for now. So extending your chest forward. And first stage here, just stay in the first part of the resistance, staying for a few breaths. See if you can maintain your calm and long exhale, breathe in. And always wait until your body is ready to go a little deeper into the place. So if there is a signal for that, maybe bring your hands, walking your fingertips just a little bit more forward. If you look more full body towards your eyes and start to come down and hold. One more time, inhale to raise your head. Walk your fingers. I'm just using my middle and index fingers to walk forward and holding. And inhaling to slowly come on up. I'm gonna do the left side first. So from butterfly position, you're gonna take your right leg and you're gonna swing all the way behind you. Oh, sorry, come on. So swing the leg behind. So left leg is in front and right leg behind you. And hands in front. And let's make adjustment for your knee, depending on your hip socket, hip joint, the shape, or flexibility. So once you have a good angle for your hip, push your right hip forward and hands in front. So start with the upright position. This is already a good posture. You feel it in the outside edge of your hip joint. And from here, let's come on down like you're doing like a half push-up. So elbows out I'm gonna bring your chest forward. See if you can bring your chin to the mat. If it's not touching, that's okay. But keep your spine nice and long. Inhale to come up. Okay, we're gonna do some more. Exhale to look forward, touch your chin. Inhale to come up. So as you go down, you probably feel more depth in the posture in terms of your hip opening. Exhale, go down. We do 2 more times. Inhale to come up. Exhale to down. Inhale to come up. And last time you go down, you're gonna bend your elbows and lower all the way down. Okay, so if you're comfortable here, bring your forehead to your hands or rest. Let's hold here for a minute. So we take stages together today in this one pose, possibly going a little deeper into the pose, thinking you guys are very real experienced yoga peeps. So keeping your head down low, just relaxing here. I hope you can hear me. My head is low. Now, next inhale, slowly lift your head. So if you are ready, make a little bit of an adjustment. So grab my heel and scooch, just slide it up. Okay, so heel towards the top part of your mat, but not too much, maybe about a couple inches at the most. Now from here, you're gonna take your right arm, so opposite side from the hip you're working on. So take your right arm, and you're gonna take a bind. So slide underneath of your left shoulder. So you're gonna drop your head and looking up. So this might be too much for some of you. If you are feeling very intensely around the edge of the top of your hamstring and maybe bottom of the glutes, that's where you're feeling more stretch. And if you're binding, maybe bring your left arm, your top arm behind your back. So not long, just take a 5 to 10 breaths here. If you notice you're squeezing your glutes, maybe you have gone too far away, too intense, I'm gonna back off a little bit. But this is another variation of the swan, pigeon pose. Kind of feel hurts, but intense stretching. As soon as you come out of your pose, your intensity will be gone. So just do calm, long, exhale breathing. It's very interesting how you are mentally reacting in each and every pose, kind of observing yourself from distance. Now slowly coming out of your position. Be very careful. Come on up to the first swan position with the upright position. Okay. And roll your left hip down to the mat like a mermaid looking behind you. And swing your right leg all the way in front of you. Sorry, come on, right foot up and over. And coming to the seated spinal twist position. So your right heel is outside of your bottom knee. Roll your right hip down. If this is too much for your knees or if your hips are kind of lifted, stretch out your bottom leg in front of you. So this is totally fine. Left arm up and over and push your top knee away from outside. Okay. Or or you can grab outside of your knee with your hands and take a deep breath. Stretch up out of your bottom of your spine and exhale, look back and twist. Look back a little more. One more time and twist. And on your inhale, slowly come on back. Releasing your legs forward and coming into Catapult Pose. I'll show you sideways. So this is another one to really stretching underneath of your legs. So if your knees are bent like this, that's totally normal. Hands in front. The intention is to bring your chest towards the legs. At the same time, pushing your knees down just gently. Fold your body into half. If they're not touching, don't worry. Exhale. Inhaling to come up. All right. Ready for the next side. So we did the left hip first today. So you're gonna bend your right leg first in front of you and gently swing your left leg behind you. So we take some time to create this angle, healthy for you and right amount of the depth. So if your hip socket is narrow, mostly men have more narrow hip socket, so your knee might be facing directly in front of you like I'm doing right now. Or if your hips are very open, your knee is more out to the side. Your left leg is behind you and push your left hip forward, hands in front, and look forward. So again, long spine, take a breath in, and exhale, keep looking forward and try touching your chin to the mat. You want to do this without harming your knee. So if your knee is painful as you come down, don't do it. Exhale, lower down. Inhaling to come up. And exhale, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhale up. So next one is go all the way down to swan position, sleeping swan pose. Elbows to the mat, forehead to your hands, and hold here for a minute. Do any last minute adjustment before you settle into the position. So if you choose to go a little deeper into the pose, like last side, go ahead and lift your hand. We're gonna do the bind. So by using your left arm, gonna make your hips more square. So that's why you're gonna feel a little more intensely. Maybe scoot your heel, your right heel up just teeny bit, creating a little more angle. Take your left arm and drop your shoulder down. And try looking up. So your back of your head to the mat. Take your right arm and bring it behind your back. So your body weight happening on your bottom shoulder side, your deltoid. Continue to open, almost like a little bit of the spinal twist. But you should be feeling again between your hamstring and bottom of your glutes. Piriformis muscle. It's so painful if you hurt this position. So it's great to have more flexibility, creating a little bit more stretch. Few more breaths here. Open your chest just a little bit more. And to release your right hand in front of your face. Come on back to center. And lift your chest, coming back to the first original position. Roll your right hip down to the mat like a mermaid, looking behind you, and gently swing your left leg up and over. So your left heel is outside of your bottom knee. If your hips are not even, stretch your bottom leg in front of you. Okay. Otherwise, bending both legs, right arm. You can push the top knee with your elbow or grab with your hand. Your right hand behind your tailbone. So long spine, inhale, chest up, and exhale. Look over your left shoulder. Keep your stomach sucked in. Look back and twist. Look back more and twist. Inhaling to untwist. Come on back. Let's bring your shoulder feet together. So butterfly pose, seated variation. If your knees are healthy, scooch in. So little different variation from earlier. So scoot your heels all the way in. So very small space right in front of you now. So use this posture now for the hip opening, the groin, your hip flexor. So knees down towards the mat. Not forcing anything, but see if you can go down with your knees closer to the mat. And exhale. You want to look down this time. So round your back, looking down towards your belly button. Round, round. Once again, you don't want to go to the point like your knees are actually hurting. But if you're healthy, go more. And inhaling to come up. Cross your legs behind you, in front of you, and roll your knees down. Gonna lay down your stomach again. Working on your hip flexor, and also stretching your top of your thigh. So lay on your stomach and Sphinx position with your elbows in front. I like to sway my upper body side to side to get my lower back settled in the right place. I'm facing up. Now from here, I'm gonna stretch your legs all the way behind you with your feet, heels touching side by side. So align your body straight behind you and extend your right arm in front. Gonna bend your left leg up. Reach with your left hand. Gonna grab your toe. If you're not able to grab, just pull your knee in. That's enough. Or maybe you can use the towel or strap. So if you're able to grab, that means your knees healthy. Bring your knees in closer to each other and open up a little bit to the side. So chest, left shoulder, open. If your ankle is healthy, push your heel down. So heel down right next to your bun and right arm in front. This can be a good shoulder opening as well. So roll your left shoulder back. Hold it here for a moment. So for some, this can be really challenging. For some, it might be easy. I don't know. Keep your knee on the mat. Okay, let's do the other side. So this is kind of warm up for the next posture, which we are grabbing at both feet. So stretch your left arm in front, then the knee. So you can open up, look behind you to grab, hold up your toes or slightly below, and then start with your knees in towards each other. Now use your arm strength, pull your heel down, right next to your hip. Roll your right shoulder open. See if you can keep the quadricep muscles relaxed. So you're not engaging the big leg muscle here. Relaxing, opening. Okay, so as you come back to center, once you pose, this is important to have a flexible spine, especially for the next pose. Lower your chest all the way down. So this is a full bow pose. This time your knees apart as necessary. Reach back and grab your feet. So this is where things are a little more hard. If you're not able to grab, don't worry about it. I think you can even adjust with some kind of strap. So make an extension of the arm. So maybe a spine with the strap, reaching back, grab it, knees in, and then leg up. So this one, a little bit of the leg strength. So kick into your hands. See if you can lift your knees off the mat and roll your shoulders back. What's happening? Point your toes, kick up, knees a little bit closer. And finally, if you can, looking up for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Release your legs, hands under your shoulders. Coming on to child's pose this time. Bring your knees together and around your back. Your arms are down by your side. Put your head one side or another, or forehead down to the mat, just to rest your spine. Bring your hands by your side and come on up. So transitioning into down dog. So we do a little bit more on your front side of your leg today. So down facing dog, transitioning into the low lunge position. Let's use your left leg first. So lift your left leg up high. And as you exhale, step in between your hands and lower the right knee down. So left leg in front, right knee down. You feel like you want to do that posture for the low lunge, but we're going to go right into the split, okay? So I'm going to go sideways here. So both hands inside of your left leg, and from here, you're going to face your gaze and your upper body more towards the middle. So it's more like a side split. So hands in the middle, walk, walk, walk. Now from this position, you're gonna lower your right hip down towards the mat. So it's kind of feeling looking a little one-sided. You want to aim the top of your right hamstring, on top of your thigh towards the mat. So lower the right hip down. At the same time, stretch your left leg or foot more away from your body. So this is where things looking more like a split, but just find your own edge. You don't have to stretch all the way away from each other. Hands are in the middle, and once you're feeling comfortable, you're gonna drop your body down, elbows to the mat. So see my hip flexor on my right leg is touching the mat. You might stop with a little bit more upright position. Extend the left foot more forward. Breath here. One good thing about a hot day or summer, I don't know about you guys, but I feel a little bit more warm, flexible in my joints, ligaments, muscles. So it's a little slightly easier to go deeper into the pose than winter time practice where your joints are a little more stiff and take more time to warm up. So enjoy this intensity, go a little deeper safely, and when I come back. And bring your knees closer towards each other. And if your feet, knees healthy, you're gonna sit down to the kneeling position. Okay. Kneeling position with your hands behind your feet. So you're sitting down with your weight on your top of your feet. Hands behind. Maybe your knees roll up. Okay, bring your hands in front. Step back into down dog. So we're gonna go to the other side. So right leg lifts up. And exhale, step forward into the lunge position. Lower the left knee. Let's bring your both hands inside of your right foot. Okay, so walk your hands more in the middle, facing more sideways, and lower your left hip down. So you want to tilt your hip towards the mat. So this might be already plenty for some. Gonna slide your right heel more away from your left leg. Just go little by little, sliding. And once you feel the edge, that might be a pose, or maybe coming down to your elbows. So the top of your left thigh this time facing down towards the mat. So take your time coming into your position. Everybody should look very different, especially in this pose. So the groin or hip flexor, all those areas. This is one of the very few postures, in my opinion, to go very deep into the stretch, because it's not a very stretchy area anyway to start with. Ligament very tight or very short. So it's gonna take some time. Just be patient. And use your hands to slowly come on up. And coming on to kneeling position. This time you're gonna open up your heels apart. So hands in front, heels away from each other, and go ahead, open your knees away from each other. I'm gonna try sitting down towards the mat in between your heels. If you have anything prop wise, you can put something behind your tailbone, okay? Or maybe pillow or the blanket. So if your knees are healthy, sitting like this and with your hips down to the mat, then you can go a little deeper into the pose. I'm gonna keep this block behind me. Put your hands on your feet and start to lean back. Okay, so if you have some support behind your tailbone, you're gonna lay your spine on top of that. And once you find the edge, forehead is on the mat, both arms out to the side, huge opening on your, not only the chest, but your quads, hip flexor. Maybe grab your elbows behind you. Eventually, you're gonna make your props behind you even lower, so you can use your natural arc on your spine to go all the way down. So your spine is off the mat with your arch, like your shoulders, and your back of your head on the mat. So ultimate position is right here, both arms out. So all the joint of your lower body is working, getting a little more mobility, flexibility with your back bend aspect. To come out of your position, put your hands on your feet and slowly use your elbows to come up. And open your legs all the way in front of you. Straddle pose. I give myself a little massage on my quads, around the knees. Lots of big postures today. So hands in front and slowly come forward. Let's extend your whole backside of your body one more time. If you have something to rest your forehead, go ahead and use that. So you don't have to use the neck muscle, your forehead down to the block. Before you come out completely, go ahead, remove your props if your whole forehead is rested. And then walk your hands just teeny bit more forward for the last 5 breaths. Drop your head down. And on your inhale, slowly rise your head and walk your fingers towards you. Come upright position. All right, let's bend the knees and make a shin box in front of you. My favorite spinal twist for the mid back. So right leg inside, folding in, and left leg folding out. Start with the sideways for me. Bring your hands to the right side. And start to your hands walk like looking behind you. And let's bring your right elbow to the mat. And your left hand is straight. Your left hand on top of your right hand. Okay, so pushing both hands to the mat. Use your right forearm as a leverage. Turn your chin toward your right shoulder. Exhale, breathing, and twist. Inhale, come up. And switch your leg position. So left leg in and right leg out. Both hands to the left side. And start to walk. Walk, walk, walk. And only your left elbow to the mat. Your right hand straight. Your right hand on top of your left hand. Push with your hand to the left forearm. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale and exhale, twist. You want to breathe all the air out. Use your abdominal muscle strength. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to come back. Switch sides. So we do this pose one more time. Second side. You want to go a little deeper. So walk your hands to the right side. And this time, try getting your both elbows to the mat. And then hand position, same, your left hand on top of your right hand. Both forearms onto the mat and push against the mat. Look over your right shoulder. Breath in and out. One more breath in and out. Inhale to come back. And let's do the other side. So left leg in, right leg out. As you walk, left elbow and then right elbow. Hands on top of each other. Look over your left shoulder. Breath in and out. Take a breath in. Exhale. Inhale to come back. Coming on to whatever the seated position you feel comfortable. Hands on top of your knees. Just a little bit of the body circle to be align your spine. To relax your whole back muscle. Bring your hands to the opposite shoulders and bring your elbows down. So relax and shoulders down, elbows down. Keep your spine straight. Your neck long, chest open. Let's bring your hands on top of your knees. A nice deep breath in through your nose. And exhale. Breathe out through your mouth. Use your breath to shoot down all the way to the bottom of your spine, to the ground. Take a breath in. Keep your chest open and exhale. Push your pelvis all the way down just one more time. Using this breathing to settle. Feel nicely grounded again. hope you feel amazing, opening up the body, creating some space, enjoying health, mental health, whatever you want to call it. Thanks for joining. Have a wonderful Sunday afternoon. See you guys, some of you guys soon. Thank you.